Okay guys, so here's another one of my videos of scrapping out. So for this one, what I've come across is some of these power packs or power supply units, or whatever, the backup power supply units, UPSs, that's what they're called. Get the name, backup UPSs. So I've got one small one. I've got a lot of these, but I'm just going to scrap out one for the video, and I've got one really large one. So I'm going to start with the large one because I've already removed all the screws from it to speed things up a bit, and we're going to have a look inside of it. So again, that's just steel, and then inside of it, I'll just put this aside. So inside of it, we've got a lot of wire in around this area with a board, a bit of aluminium, some copper. Over here with some big transformers, so there should be some good copper in them, some big transformers, and in here will more than likely be a battery pack set up. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to remove all the cabling so I can get a bit more access into it. So I'm just going to snip off all the cables down along here, just so I can get a lot easier access into it. So there's a lot of cables in around here that need to be snipped off. These are good thick cables by the feel of the snips going through them. So there we've got some copper cabling, insulated copper wire, so we'll just put that to a side. We have more to take off from here. A bit awkward to get a grip of it in there. Okay. Turn this. There's two big lots of wire here as well. That's a lot of cable, and that runs in underneath here. So we'll just see what we can remove before I have to get the screwdriver to it again. We're all going into the transformer. That's some good thick copper wire. So just have all that wire pulled through, put to a side. These ones here as well, which will be a bit more awkward to get through the thing, so we might as well cut the ends off it to make it easier to pull through. We've got a second plastic coating on it, which makes it a bit difficult for cutting, but we'll get through it. So Okay, so we've the ends cut off that as well, and there's a little okay, so that's that cable's all through. So we have a screw at the back here that needs to be removed. This weighs a lot, just as well, just in case you're wondering. I'll just give you a close-up view here of the weight. So it's 18 kg weight, it's in there, in the battery packs. That's probably overall weight, maybe not. It felt more heavier than that when I was lifting it onto the table. So maybe there's more weight than that in it. Maybe it's just the battery packs are 18 kg. I'll just remove this back screw. So that allows us to take out these fans. So again, there's some cabling running through there, so I might just cut that off. It's a very thick cable again. This has been discharged for a couple of years. I've been told that this hasn't been used in years, went faulty and they stopped using it. So there shouldn't be any charge left in, so just be careful when you're working with these big backup powers. They have enough backup on them to run computers and stuff like that, so there will be a good charge in them. Okay, so that's just some fans there. Again, there's some power there to them, so if you ever wanted to use them as a fan for extractors or something like that, yeah, they could possibly be used for that. And so just having a look here at what I'm going to go into next, probably I'll tell you and get these transformers out. Some quite large screws holding them in. So at the moment I'm working on some gold recovery videos as well that should be coming in a few weeks time. Some more of the gold recovery videos. In the meantime I'll do these because some of the gold recovery videos span maybe 2-3 weeks to do because it's a slower process. It doesn't happen as quick as scrapping something out. So in the meantime I'll do a few scrap out videos. So as you can see, if I can get this away from each other. There's a good bit of weight in that. I'll just see if I can get my scales and let's see if I can see what weight is actually in that. It feels like it's very, very heavy. It might be too heavy even for the scales. Okay, that's it to 0 grams. Let me just see, will it go into an error or will it wait? Yeah, it's gone into an error. So that is max weight on the scales is I think 3,000 grams. No, 3, 4, 5. So 5,000 grams, which is 5 kg weight. So that's heavier than 5 kg weight because it went into an error. So I'll have to get a bigger scales to weigh that. So you can imagine 2 of them is over 10 kg. So that definitely, that 18 kg is definitely for just including the batteries. So there's another one, again same weight on it. So 2 big, very big, hopefully copper, that'll be inside of them and not aluminium. Let's see if we can cut plastic away so we can get a look into it. It looks like copper, but again, we'll cut away and make sure it is. There's a copper foil there anyhow, but we'll try and get below that copper foil and see if it's copper all the way through. There's an actual layers and layers of copper there, so that is copper. You can see it going down through here, the layers of it. So that's a nice find, and underneath that should be more copper wire. So I'll put that aside and we'll do a video at some stage on them. We'll get an angle grinder or something, we'll cut them out to make it easier to see what's inside of that. So in the meantime, we'll go back over here to the actual board. So we've got a board in here, and we'll see how that board is fixed to the frame. So there's a few screws obviously over here. In the meantime, we'll take off the battery pack, I suppose, would be the next thing to try and remove. So as to see how that is secured. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it there for a minute, because I may have to turn this over to get to the battery pack, and we'll come back and have a look. Okay, so I have removed all the screws I can see, but it's still not budging. There's two screws under here, up here, that I can't get at the moment. They're in an awkward spot, the frame's blocking it. But the frame seems to be riveted, so it makes it very hard to get in. So I'm going to try and just prise it out first before I have to resort to the Matthews hammer technique that Ian swears by. But we'll try and pry it out first to see if I can get enough in underneath to release the clips like that. That's what I wanted. So then that should allow me to slide out the battery pack from the front, which it has. So again, there's some cables here at the front. Let's go into the front so you can see a bit better. As you can see, there's cables here, so they'll have to be cut, and then I should be able to slide out this battery pack and give me more access again to the actual rest of the board and the rest of the stuff in there. These batteries are sellable, same as you sell your car batteries or anything like that. These can be sold to the same scrap yards. Take them, whatever, they'll take them off you. You won't get as much value. I think I'm getting about €1 to €2 battery, which is about $120 maybe to $220 or $250. You know. So this is where I can get the screws now. If I get my screwdriver. So again, move the camera a bit to show you. Try and focus in. Try and remove this cover to allow me access into the batteries. So this part alone would be 18 kg. So 18 kg, I would say another probably 16 kg. So that's 32 kg alone, this whole unit weighed. So it was absolutely torture trying to lift it out. Now we're stuck on something again, so I'm going to just set up the camera again and move this whole unit down a bit so we can get another look at it and try and get it out from the top maybe. Okay, so I should be able to get it out now, hopefully. Yes! No. Oh. Again, the weight of that is extraordinary. You wouldn't think batteries weighed that much. So to see now how to get into them. So simple as lifting that cover again, steel again, more steel. And we have 8 batteries inside of here, so we just have to see how they disconnect and what's the story on them. I don't like the way they're bulging a bit. Some of them are flat and some of them are bulging, so that means they could at any stage leak or explode. Hopefully not explode, hopefully just leak. So we just have our clips holding them in. So we'll just take them off and we'll have a look. 12 volt 5 milliamps, or 5 amps, whatever way you want to call it. Rechargeable batteries. So again, they can be sold to your scrapyard that takes your car batteries. Again, with some good copper cable in here. So it's just a matter of plugging them out. So some nice copper cable. Again, the connections inside should be a brass connector. So again, you can add them into your brass. So they were all linked together to give you your power. So when your computer system went down, or your servers, whatever, this was probably on a server system, because of the size of it. You can see here batteries are cracked, so have to be careful with that one. So that's probably why it stopped working. There was probably one battery cracked, but they got a whole new unit in instead. So they're getting rid of the old one. I've met a new contact as well, which will help. I met a guy who has a lot of boards. He reckons he's a shed full of boards. That he runs a security company, and I was telling him that I do gold recovery and from boards and that, and what did he want for them, and he just told me to take them away. So that's good. It's another source. So as you can see there from this one, she's got a good bang, cracked all over. So that one I'll put aside just in case it leaks. I don't want it to do any damage, so I'll put that aside. So again, a lot of copper wire, good thick insulated copper wire, and we have a control board of sorts. It's actually where the controls were there. So again, put that aside. A lot of copper wire. We'll have brass connectors in here, a little bit of brass. So that's it out of that. So we'll get back to the board. So we're onto the board now to see what's on the board. So as you can see, there's a lot of aluminium on the board. There's a lot of copper as well. So we've got some copper there. We'll have some copper inside of that. Aluminium. Doesn't seem to be any real source of gold, which I'd be a bit disappointed with. I thought a board of that size would have some good gold recovery. So now it's a matter of seeing where this board is screwed to the actual frame. So first things I'm going to do is on this side here, if I can get it, there's little clips I need to loosen out, or little connectors. So it's just a little connector here at the back that needs to be loosened out. So again, I'll pause that while I loosen that out, because you don't need to see me doing that. It's just 2 little connectors that need to be loosened out here at the back. Once I have that done, I'll come back. Okay, so there was a little screw that was blocking me down in this corner here. So that should allow me now to get this frame out, but I just need to cut this ribbon. This ribbon from here, so that I have a little bit more access to it. So it should just slide forward or slide back or something. Just slides forward. There we go. And same this side, needs to be lifted out. Down in this corner. So there's our board. So some big chunks of aluminium that are welded or soldered to the bottom of it. So you can just cut them solders off and get it off. So I'll remove all them aluminium. I'll have a look here. Let me see if we have any IC chips. We have a few IC chips for gold recovery, so not many. One, two, bigger one there. There's some MLCCs on it. We've got a few MLCCs along here, some copper in there. We've copper in there, copper in here, so, and some copper up here. So a good bit of copper on this board. It wouldn't be counted as a low grade board if you were doing gold recovery, but the bits of copper make up for it for just running with the rest of copper. We've got some crystal oscillators. We've got one, two of them on the board, and that's kind of it. There was nothing on the back side of the board, so that was it. So pretty poor, really. It wouldn't be counted as a very high grade board or anything like that. So that's really all that's in that. And then we have still got this small one to take apart, so hopefully it won't be as awkward to take apart. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take off these screws first. Anywhere I see screws, I'll take them off, and we'll come back once I've done them. We'll see what's underneath this case. Okay, so we've removed the screws, so we're going to just take the back off this and see what we've got. So again, with some copper wiring, we can remove the clips, or we'll just cut it, save messing about, get it cut out. Okay, that's the back off. We'll just have a look at the boards. So again, a low grade board, nothing on it of any value for gold recovery. We'll have some brass connectors in here. We'll have brass there. We'll have brass connectors inside of here. Inside here we'll have gold plated, or not gold plated, whatever, gold flash, gold plated pins, so I can take them out. And that'll be it on that. And we'll have a look at the rest of it. So see this, so came out a lot easier than the other one. We'll just cut these wires. And it's time for a new snips. Doesn't want to go through them wires too well. Finally. So what are we left with? We're left with mainly plastic. Little connector inside of here with a wire run through it, but mainly plastic. And then we have again a nice big chunky transformer. So again, we'll just remove that from the rest of the board. And one more. Okay, so again, that can go in your transformer, copper transformers. You can strip it out, break it out, get the copper from it, or sell them as they are, whichever you think will be more profitable for you, whether it takes a lot of time for you to get them out or whatever. If it's more profitable not to bother taking them apart, then just sell them as they are. Looking at the board again, a low grade board. See what way this is held in. Seems to be just clips here on the side. So we'll just pull it away. Again, we have a ribbon aluminium wire holding it. Definitely time for new snips. It took a bit long to cut a bit of ribbon wire. So again, very low grade board, some aluminium, some MLCC, some crystal oscillators, some very small IC chips, MOSFET, which will have copper. Sometimes you might be looking to have gold, but this one is, just so you can see by the legs, it's not containing anything of value. Again, same here, some MOSFETs, they can be taken off. You'll have brass connectors inside of here usually, a bit of copper here. So again, fairly low grade board, not much in it for gold recovery. I'll just pull off that and I'll take off my IC chip there. That's about it. The rest I'll just throw it into low grade boards and hold on to them, because at the moment I have no buyer for low grade boards, because in Ireland it's not something that's kind of separated out yet. No one has really started doing that, buying boards, electronic boards, and giving you a price per pound or kg for them. So that's kind of it from these two UPSs. A lot of copper wire, a lot of steel. The batteries were nice to find, so I have 8 batteries there, so I'll get anywhere between €8 and €16 just on them alone, which is nice because there's no work to them. I just bring them when I'm going with my stuff to the scrapyard, and I'll get the money on them depending on what the price of the batteries at the time. 3 big transformers, which should have a nice bit of copper in it. Steel, low grade boards, a few IC chips, a lot of aluminium again, and heat sinks and stuff like that. And that's kind of it, guys. So thanks for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. There'll be a few more scrap videos coming along before I probably get to my next gold recovery, because I still have to process this gold. As you see in some of the videos there, this still has to be processed further to get to my gold before it's melted down. I have a lot of IC chips I need to get done. Weather doesn't suit at the moment this time of year, because it's either raining or windy outside, so it's not for burning the IC chips, it's not suitable. So that's it, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and until the next one, guys, keep on looking for that gold.